the class, whatever we learned in our last class, and including that, whatever we discussed in our last meeting, along with that, whatever we will be discussing today, we will sum it up and then we will continue. First of all, let me tell you, last class, I will just wind it up once again. In the last class, we discussed about what is meant by group discussion and how is a group discussion, what are the methodologies that we adopt when we deal with the group discussion. There are certain do's and don'ts that we also discussed in our last class. We discussed one topic. I believe we discussed a topic, and we also discussed about how to start with a group discussion. What are the areas which needs to be highlighted when we are taking part into a group discussion? Very basic things we learned in our last class. What were the things? We learned that there are two types of group discussion which are into existence. The first type is known as our basic organizational kind of group discussion, and the second category is your personal space of discussion where we deal with. So there are two types. One we use for recruitment purpose. What do we mean by that? There are certain organizations which involve themselves, which use this technique of shortlisting. They use this technique of group discussion for shortlisting their candidates. And there are also organizational group discussion where group discussions are taken place within the organization in order to make it a successful plan so that in future the organization can bring up to a growth. Okay, that is the two types of group discussion. And what we discussed, what is meant by group discussion? Group discussion is nothing but a methodology which is adopted by organizations, adopted by business schools, adopted by certain institutions in order to either shortlist candidates or to understand a candidate's stature in a better position. They basically aim at setting a goal. They basically aim at achieving a goal. The basic aim of group discussion is nothing but achieving a goal. We also discussed in our last class that a group discussion can have minimum 2 members to maximum 12 members, not more than that. Okay, and as I told you again, it is a methodology which is adopted by companies, institutes, business schools in order to understand the personality traits. This is something which we will require today to keep in mind when we are dealing when we are performing in order to get evaluated. When we are performing in order to get evaluated, we need to keep it in mind that there are certain personality traits which were discussed in our last class, which is always necessary in a candidate in order to get better evaluation, in order to get better marks, or in order to crack a GD. What are those personality traits? Number one is your interpersonal communication skill. We discussed about that in our last class. That is, interpersonal communication skill is mandatory. Secondly is your social behavior. Thirdly is your confidence in public speaking. Fourth is your team building spirit. Fifth is your leadership abilities. And lastly, your problem solving skills. Clear? So these are the areas which you need to highlight, and these are the areas where you need to make sure when you are performing in a GD, all these parameters are to be taken into consideration. Okay, these were few topics or few things that we discussed. I also gave you a topic, individual topics. I believe I gave you in the last class. I allotted for group A a separate topic, for group B a separate topic, and for group C separate topics. So today I will start with your assessment. First, we will start with group A, those who are present. Now, before you start, let me just tell you, when you open the GD, when you start with your GD, this is applicable for all the members. Listen to this carefully. When you start with your GD, start with a proper greeting and an introduction. like who you are, which department you belong to, okay, and what is your topic. When you, and I told you in the last class also, when you are in a verge of speaking, you are continuing your speeches. If team member A introduces the topic and expresses his or her view on the topic, the next member who will take from there, who will start from there, like for example the member number B, when that member number B will start, make sure that you draw a link to what member number A has said. Don't completely jump into a different perspective. Maybe your content is very good, but maybe your content is very good, but if you are not able to draw that link, then you will be negatively marked. Okay, so make sure about that. These two areas. Thirdly, be as original as possible, be creative in your speech. And I told you in the last class, if you remember, you people are supposed to incorporate your personal knowledge and experiences when you are delivering the speech. Clear? Keep these three things in mind, be confident, and let us start. So from team A, I will start with rather group A. I will start with group A. The first member is Sridipta Mondol. The name is given here. But from your group, whoever wants to start, wants to introduce the topic, he or she can jolly well start. Okay, so let us start with group A. Who will start? Please, your time has started, so you can start now. Who will start with group A? Who wants to start? Please start. There are 5 members who are present.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
This is Prithviraj.
Okay.
Uh, our group completed previous day, so we have to do again. Means
Yes, because last day I told you, no, last day I did not give any marks. I told you that I have segregated the group, and I told you that you people will be marked the next week. We will continue with this, and we will, again, I want to listen to you, because last week I did not mark you people, no.
okay, ma'am. Can I start from
Yes,
group
you
A?
can start. Definitely. Whoever, see, this is up to you. Group B, Group C, Group A, whoever wants to start. I have no problem with that. Okay.
And ma'am, if I repeat my same point, means which I
No
told.
problem. No
Okay.
problem. No problem. You can obviously repeat your same points, but try to give some more. Last week I rectified certain mistakes. If you people remember, I told you certain things which you need to take care of. Okay. Try to think about that also and add when you are speaking.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Start.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon to all my team members and the group members. I'm Prithviraj Nandan, and my topic discussion today is lessons for the world from COVID-19 pandemic.
Hmm.
So, according to me, the greatest lesson which the people of the world and all the countries should learn is that we all means all the time we see that the large countries means the first world countries and obviously the developing countries we they prefer to invest a lot of money in their means army, that is the armed forces, but
Hmm.
they always forget that the that point that always our battle or the war is not against a human being, it sometimes can be from the nature also. And once nature means the war is against the nature, we can't do anything, means it is very difficult for any human being to control it or to protect ourselves. So I
Hmm.
think one of the best way to means prevent that or to be prepared for that is
Hmm.
that if all the countries, all the major countries give as much as the money they are giving in their armed forces
Hmm.
to the medical facility also, in the
Hmm.
development of the medical facilities and all the infrastructure. We know that in means at the time when COVID crisis came into India, there was
Hmm.
minimum amount of COVID means such hospital which were capable of treating that disease. There was no such quarantine zone. Nothing was there. And I don't believe that it was means anyone could predicted it that something like that would happen. So I don't blame any of the any our government or anyone else, but we
Hmm.
should have been more prepared for this type of pandemic situation or this type of crisis. The example which I gave previous day, that I want to repeat that once again here also,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
uh, we all remember that film called Uri came a few year back, or most probably previous year only,
Hmm.
and we know how enormously it means perform in the box office. We
Hmm.
all love that film. The main
Hmm.
topic of that film was that glorifying the armed forces and how they means it's indirectly how they took revenge of that Pulwama attack and all that. I don't want to go into that much deeply,
Hmm.
but we all celebrated that and we all watched that. I think few means only a few member will be there in our group or this meeting who haven't seen that film. But I truly means doubt that if any film about this the another group of warriors, that is our nurse and the doctor, it's about them come
Hmm.
out in a near future, how well it will perform is I doubt it. It may perform well, but I don't think that the mark will be up to that which the Uri reached.
Hmm. Hmm.
So from this example only I can or we can see that the problem is not from the government or from the country means who are running the country. It is from the
Hmm.
from our side also. We never means celebrated any major discovery in medical science. I don't remember such any event, or
Hmm.
even some, if ever some discovery come out, it always went into silent before coming into our in the headline news or something like that. It always go into silent. So I think that the main means the gist of my point will be that our country and all the governments should pay more attention to this medical facility and building stronger medical infrastructure for the future. And we know that COVID is not the last.
Hmm.
Many such pandemic could come in the near future, and we should be well prepared and much more prepared than this time. So that would be my main point. And thank you for giving the chance to give out my point. And I would like to hear from my team member what are their views on this topic. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Very good, Prithviraj. Okay. Who's going to speak next from Group A?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Sangeeta Bhattacharjee.
Okay,
Uh,
Sangeeta. Hmm.
Yes. Continuing with my partner, I would like to say that this year has taught us that not we should never take things for granted, like the freedom
Hmm.
to move out in the public,
Hmm.
which was previously never an issue, but now it has been affected by the fear of being affected by the virus. This
Hmm.
year has also introduced various concepts like social distancing and quarantine,
Hmm.
no, and this year has made us habituated with the concept of working from home. This year has also made us realize that hygiene is one of the most important thing to be taken into consideration.
Hmm.
And lastly, I would like to conclude by saying that this year has taught us that we should value every moment and never to take things for granted. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So according to you, we should be more concerned about the things that we have with us. Whatever is
Yes, ma'am.
there with us, we should appreciate that. We should value that,
Yes.
and we always had a
Live in the
tendency of
moment,
neglecting.
ma'am.
We live in the moment because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Good. Who's going to speak next?
Rahul Kumar Kishre.
Your name is?
Good
Yes,
afternoon,
yes.
ma'am.
Rahul,
I am Ritika from ECE
Good afternoon.
department, and
Okay.
I agree with my teammates. And in continuation, I would like to add that the biggest lesson we learned from this pandemic,
Hmm.
the biggest lesson that we learned from this pandemic is how important is our personal and professional relations and ideologies which we carry with us.
Hmm.
So, as we know that billions of people are in lockdown and unable to visit one another, unable to go work and to attend school and to meet one another in public places as they used to do
Hmm.
some time back. So,
Hmm.
at this time of existential danger, we desired to be close to our family and friends, hold their hands and embrace them. But now we are forbidden to do so. For every act of physical contact, every expression of physical kindness could only bring illness and death. So this COVID pandemic shows us how terrible it is to waste our lives in endless battles for wealth and status and power,
Hmm.
which all this is only an endless battle which is never going to end. So it is terrible that we cannot recognize the value in the people around us, not just
Hmm.
our close ones, but the people we know, which are who are far from away from us. We are realizing um, the true virtue of them. So above all, I just want to say that it shows us the importance. This pandemic shows us the importance of recognizing the true purpose of all our business and economies, our political parties and government which take place where, and the importance of them, and our ideologies and all our systems to serve human needs and purposes. Thank you, ma'am.
hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Continue. Continue. Ritika, I could not hear the end of your speech. Can you please continue, Ritika? Ritika, I could not hear the end part of your speech.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Can you please
Just
continue? Yeah.
I want to sum up by saying that this pandemic shows us the importance of recognizing the true purpose of all our business and economies, our political parties and governments where they take place, and our ideologies, and all our other systems to serve our human needs and purposes, the main basic requirements of our life. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Good. Who's the next person who
I
will
am
be
Rahul
speaking?
Rahul Kumar Keshri, ma'am.
Rahul Kumar Keshri. Okay.
Um, I agree with my
Hello,
partners.
hello, ma'am. Hello,
Yes.
hello,
Yes.
hello, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a pre-placement training of Essential from 2 p.m. onwards. So,
Okay.
ma'am,
Your name?
as soon as I will finish, my Snehil Srivastav.
Sahil Srivastav. Okay. You are in
Yes, ma'am.
group.
So, ma'am,
You are in group
B.
B. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once you finish, you get back to the call. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
Excuse
you.
me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yes.
me, ma'am. I'm Shriparna Ghosh. I also
Sriparna.
have a
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. I am also having the essential meeting right now. So,
Okay. You and Sahil and you, both of you, join that meeting, and as soon as it finishes, please join the call. Okay.
okay,
Because
ma'am.
both of you are in group B.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Rahul, continue.
Okay. I agree
Hmm.
with my partner, ma'am, that
Hmm.
but I think that from the point of view of society, the crisis
Hmm.
has made us awareness of two basic things. First of
Hmm.
all, society has a heart in this pandemic. This when lockdown came, shut down, and once again, so has society has heart. We have seen
Hmm.
individually lot of people come forward to help the poor person which train starting from the day and daily needs allow
Hmm.
to wear wheat and grain and groceries from the home and delivery free of cost, and
Hmm.
many come help them to just like a person he know and not feeling that they are alone. All society are the very important for them at that time, and it important for all also that takes help from them. As a
Okay.
society, we really express gratitude in public for service received by us. There is a no social right and to acknowledge the work of those who survive
Hmm.
us. Be the planning shoulders and where lot of things it come in the crisis, and don't believe that the crisis never come. We all are agree that crisis are the very or at that time where economics are go down and down, but government and take some decision for the people that grab up and but this important thing is that the crisis
Hmm.
came, and but nowadays prices are less, but a situation is not handled at or that's all on me.
Okay. So, according to you, you are trying to say that the crisis. Now, see,
Yeah.
Rahul, I will tell you one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Even though you have performed your content, whatever content you want to gather, your content was fine. It was not, there was no problem with it. But your presentation, I mean to say, or English or something. I'm talking about the whole method of presentation was very haphazard. If you yourself, if you think of whatever you, because this recording will be there in the group itself, in the Skype chat box itself. If possible, when you are free, okay, just listen to your portion, because you
Okay, ma'am.
need to do is basically it is applicable for everyone when you are taking part in content you have prepared for speaking, you need to arrange it accordingly. Your content was fine. There was a haphazard method which you have used. Okay, try to maintain chronology. Try to maintain that method and that sequential arrangement when you are speaking on
Okay,
particular
ma'am.
topic. Okay,
Okay.
you
Okay.
best thing is after the call ends, you sit and you just fast forward and just listen to your portion, and then I think you will be able to understand what I'm telling you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Rahul. Okay, who's going to speak next?
Ma'am, me, Rishindra.
Vishindra, your name is not there in group A.
Yeah, ma'am.
You were
Yesterday.
absent.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, tell me your roll number.
Ma'am, my roll number is 64, ma'am.
64.
Yeah.
Your name, just tell me the spelling of your name.
Rishindra, R-I.
Rishindra.
Yeah, ma'am.
Rishindra, your last name?
Mukherjee.
Mukherjee. Okay, Rishindra. You know the topic for Group A? Are you aware of the topic?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you start then. I've taken down your name. You can start.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, the first topic is the world is interconnected. We often think of each country as separated entity
Hmm.
and being very different from one another. Within a few months of the virus first being identified,
Hmm.
each and every country spread it. But the virus between places and we are
Hmm.
battling in the same virus, having the same struggle, ma'am.
Battling with the same virus, Rishindra. When it is, I'm telling this to everyone. When you people are speaking, make sure grammatically these small mistakes should not happen, because this is something which you should, because you will be negatively marked not only by me Because see, your college life is going to end within few more months or maybe within a year, but after that, wherever you go for your job or for your any other interview, right now you might be placed somewhere, but if you are doing a job switch after 4 years, 5 years, such grammatical mistakes will be counted. You will have a bad impression. So be careful. Is, was, I'm not telling you to use very flowery English. Make sure these is, was, on, at, these are placed properly when you are speaking. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
We are fighting with the pandemic. We are not fighting in the pandemic or fighting on the pandemic. We are fighting against it or with it.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
Humans are social creatures
Hmm,
and we need social interaction and human context.
hmm,
And also humans are adaptive and life is more flexible than we think, ma'am. The pandemic has been the time of the extraordinary change, and we have had to uh, uh, rapidly change, ma'am, and adapt to the evolving the solution, ma'am.
okay. Tell me one thing, Rishindra, very frankly, tell me one thing. Are you seeing something and or you have prepared something in written and you are speaking, looking at that?
Yeah, ma'am, yeah, ma'am.
That is why you are having this problem. See, if you use something in front of you, I have no problem. Use it as reference. Don't
Yeah,
read it out. If you are
yeah,
reading it, these more mistakes will happen. See, I am not, your video is not turned on. I am
yeah,
not
ma'am.
seeing you people. This is not like normally in classroom we get to see the students standing in front.
Yeah,
Even
ma'am.
without looking at you, I can understand that there is something in front of you and you are reading it out. Don't do that. If you, the more you read it out, your confidence level will not ever. You will not get that confidence back. You will always feel shaky if you are not having anything in front of you. Today, since last week you were not there, you have just attended the class today. Rishinda, you practice this. Whatever the topic that I gave you, without looking at it, practice once again. Today, if I have time, I will listen to you once again at the end. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now we will start. Anybody left in group A? Is there anybody left in group A apart from Rishindra? Rishindra has done it. Anybody left in group A? Okay, we will start with group B. Group B, half of them are outside, like for that meeting. But those who are present right now on the call, I want to start with them. Who wants to start in group B first?
Ma'am, I want to start. This is Sorik.
Shorik. Okay, Shorik, you start. Shorik Prakash, right?
Yes, I'm Sorik Prakash.
Okay, Shorik, start. You start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am
Good afternoon.
Sorik Prakash, final year student of ECE Department of Asansol Engineering College,
Hmm.
and I would like to share my views on the topic impact of COVID-19 on global economy.
Okay.
So, coronavirus. The reason we are staying inside our home for the last couple of months, and we have not left our home unless it's an absolute emergency. But
Hmm.
is that it? No. The fastest mode of transportation, the planes, are down. Factories are shut. Countries from UK to India have implemented nationwide lockdown. So the global economy is struggling, and yes, it is collapsing. Yet data, which is the lifeblood of the modern economy, keeps flowing. From this, I would like to share my insights about a sector of economy which is showing fantastic durability in this time of pandemic, the internet and telecom economy. The telecom industry with internet, which was one of the worst performer in the stock market, is doing like one of the safer bets right now, even though there is the coronavirus induced turmoil. So we are surrounded by the internet sector. All our activities are directly or indirectly supported by it. Even the session that we are having right now wouldn't have been possible without the internet. The offices and schools might be empty, but office workers are adopting work from home, and students are taught using the internet, using the different apps like Zoom, Skype,
Hmm.
etc.
Hmm.
There is an I read about an article a few days ago which stated that uh, while this pandemic started, the number of Zoom users was nearly 10 million, and right now it is 500 million plus. So we can
Hmm.
see the major boost. People are staying inside their homes and they don't have any source of entertainment. So they have increased the use of YouTube, Netflix, and other online streaming sites, and even online
Hmm.
gaming has increased. And also the use of e-commerce sites like Flipkart, Amazon, their use have increased too. So the other sectors might be facing losses, but the internet as an economic sector is earning huge profits, which is
Hmm.
paving a way for countries to go digital. The internet, it is emerging stronger than ever, and no other industry, neither the electric nor water nor the transportation, is able to support the global economy. No doubt, the internet economy was built for this. That's all from my side, ma'am.
Very good. Your name is Shorik Prakash, right? Very good, Shorik. Good
Thank you.
sequential arrangement of your topic. Very good. Okay, now
Hello,
next, who wants to speak next?
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my name is Saurabh Tiwari.
Saurav Tiwari, right? Saurav? Okay. Yeah, start Saurav.
Thank you, sorry, for the information you have shared that how COVID-19 affected the global economic, and what I feel is many people lost their jobs due to the consumptions of slowdown in the world. Exports and imports are affected. So this affects the economics of almost all the countries.
Hmm.
Movement of people resisted due to the COVID-19 spread over all over the world.
Hmm.
And the tourism industry is facing huge losses, as we see that tourist is spending money in the country that they visit around. So the loss of this money is affecting the economics of many countries.
Hmm.
Due to this again, and due to this low demand of for fuel, crude oil
Hmm.
prices are have been dropped, and like countries benefited to oil
Hmm.
importing. Countries like India and China, USA were getting profited for buying this crude oil, and uh,
Hmm.
and since this damaging the economics of the organization petroleum exporting countries like Saudi Arabia, and
Okay.
most of the industries in other countries are depending on China for many goods such as
Hmm.
pharmaceutical ingredients, automobile components, as many. So coronavirus has hit global supply chain badly, as many factories in China were closed at the pandemic. Production has
Hmm.
stopped, and for depending, the company are going for alternatives, which is the costier option.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
That's all for my side. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, there are three things I want to tell you, Saurav. Okay. Listen to this very carefully. First of all, it is global economy, not
Yes,
global economic. Okay. When you maybe you have said economy, but it sounded like economic. Okay, so be very clear when you are pronouncing the words global economy. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
Secondly, there is no word called heated. Heated, 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 garam karna. Okay, that has a past tense that we can say heated, but hit does not have heated. Okay,
Yes,
you wanted to say it heated badly, right? So
yes,
be careful about these grammatical mistakes when you
okay,
are using these. Otherwise the content was fine. You gathered, incorporated lot of informative content. I would
uh,
agree to it, but just pay attention to these small errors which you are doing.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
sort
ma'am.
of. Otherwise it's
Yes,
very good. Okay, who will speak
thank you,
next from group B?
Hello, ma'am.
thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Yeah,
Hello,
good
ma'am. It's
afternoon.
Somnath.
Somnath Chatterjee, right? Is it Somnath Chatterjee?
Yeah, it's Somnath Chatterjee.
Okay, yeah, Somnath, start.
Continuing to what Saurabh has said,
Hmm.
situation of the problem is very gloomy. Now, a
Hmm.
particular sluggish growth rate of Indian economy is observed. Here, people are
Hmm.
very doubtful to buy any non-essential goods or
Hmm.
products, because money in hand is very minimum, and they prefers to purchase essential products only just to
Hmm.
maintain their livelihood. Thus, the low demand of goods in corona affected India leads to massive layout of
Hmm.
employees by the companies,
Hmm.
and daily wagers are struggling for their jobs, as because
Hmm.
the companies shutting down their gates for low demand of products. There is a
Hmm.
big setback to the new generation for employment also,
Hmm.
and unemployment rate has hit the record level, still since the Indian independence, and it's hit the record of 45%,
Hmm.
according to the WHO. So far, nearly 1.5 lakh of Indian people have died,
Hmm.
citizens have in COVID pandemic 19, and this death toll is not only loss of human lives but the loss of human resource, which in turn has a very bad impact in Indian economy.
Hmm.
And owing to this pandemic situation, as Indian economy is pandemic to pure stagflation situation, means where money flow in the market is very low, and the market demand for the products, except the essential goods, is also very low, and the
Hmm.
industrial growth is also slow. So, however, there are few way outs that we can
Hmm.
opt for, like
Hmm.
government should pump much more money into the market, and
Hmm.
it can be done by generating more notes by RBI, which
Hmm.
can be utilized by giving direct financial assistance to the poor people so that they can have some purchasing power in hand,
Hmm.
and which in turn can increase, which in turn can generate the market demand and sustain the market.
Hmm.
Another thing that government's role against the small and medium scale industries
Hmm.
is the prime importance, because
Hmm.
government can arrange soft loans, some tax moratorium, and tax subsidizations can be given to them for surviving in the critical economic period, and uh, l- laying out of jobs from the farms without any proper reason should be subdued or even can be restricted in, and in this context government can issue some
Hmm.
strict rules.
Hmm.
Man, that's all from my side.
Okay. Shomnath. Okay, fine. Who's going to speak next?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. This is Saurabh Kundu here. So,
Shorav Kundu. Okay, yeah,
yes.
start.
So, adding on, I would like to say that COVID-19 is not only a global pandemic and health crisis. It has also severely affected the global economy and also our financial market.
Hmm.
There is a significant reduction in income, rise in unemployment, and also disruption in the transportation service and
Hmm.
some manufacturing industries. So this pandemic is something like a shock which involves both simultaneous disruption of supply and demand
Hmm.
in this global economy. Since supply chain is affected, we can see on the supply side, supply of labor has got reduced, and
Hmm.
so the productivity. Again, talking about social distancing, it has also
Hmm.
caused a little bit of interruptions for the supply side.
Hmm.
And talking about lockdown, lockdown has confined millions of citizens to their home, engaging less with the outer world. And
Hmm.
the result is that there is a lesser economic activity. For this, businesses are facing challenges of supply of components to make their products. Thus,
Hmm.
starting of business and ceasing is and almost most of the economic activities. Again,
Okay.
interruption in traveling, global industries has also been affected. As for example, we can see the price of oil has fallen and the demand
Hmm.
for food has fallen also. In case the price of petrol is increasing.
Hmm.
Again, on the other side, government around the world has placed $1 billion for a COVID-19 vaccine and treatment options, which is
Hmm.
also a investment.
Hmm.
The so far the pandemic has pushed the global economy, we can say, into a recession. and
Hmm.
the growth has almost been affected very much, and
Hmm.
thus we can see there is a contraction in the global GDP also.
Very good.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all from my
Yeah.
side.
Very good. Very good. You are Saurabh Kundu, no?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
Saurabh Kundu. Good, Saurabh. Okay, who's going to speak next? From group B,
Hello.
is there anyone who's going to speak
Yes, ma'am.
next? Your name?
I'm Somen
Hmm?
Mondal. Somen
Showman
Mondal.
Mondol. Okay.
According
Yeah,
to me,
Showman, tell me. Hmm.
global economy is so much affected by COVID-19. It is
Hmm.
mostly infectious disease, and not only China is affected, some of other
Hmm.
countries also affected. Many
Hmm.
people passed away, and lot of people in hospital, and they are
Hmm.
struggling for their life.
Hmm.
China is a largely populated country, and an
Hmm.
international business they strongly participate.
Hmm.
As a result, import and export was going on for coronavirus. Movement has been restricted and communication has been cancelled, like transportation. Those people who are coming from outside India in airport, they are quarantined for inspection.
Hmm.
Tourism industry is greatly affected by this COVID-19,
Hmm.
and people don't have courage to go for visiting other countries or somewhere else. They are all staying at home. From
Hmm.
China, India import automobile components and pharmaceutical ingredients
Hmm.
and many other products. So if material will not come, production will stop.
Hmm.
We know Sensex are down badly. In India, economy is already slow down. If
Hmm.
this will continue, then situation will be worse. Still,
Hmm.
there is no treatment. So that's all from my side.
Okay, good. First, one thing I would like to tell you, there are a lot of grammatical errors, Showman. Okay, when you are speaking, lot of grammatical problem, like where you are supposed to use past tense form, you have used the present form. Pay attention to that, Showman. Okay, because automatically, if you, even if your content is good, I will not be able to mark you like to a range of 8, 9, 10, to that range because of grammatical mistakes. Automatically you get negatively marked. Okay, so make
Okay.
sure that next time onwards you pay some attention to the grammatical areas. Understood? Otherwise it was
Okay,
fine.
ma'am. Okay.
Okay, otherwise it was very good. Okay, who's going to speak next from group B?
Ma'am, this is Shomili Rakshit.
Yeah, Shomali.
Um, Good morning, good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon.
The pandemic, yes, ma'am. The pandemic has pushed the global economy into recession, as said by
Hmm.
all my group mates,
Hmm.
and as stated by them, the reasons that people losing job, informal sector being hit badly, the consumption slow down, and all other like tourism industry facing a huge losses.
Hmm.
Um, and export and import were badly impacted because China was uh, one of the most important country for export and import purpose. For
Hmm.
merchandise, it was considered one of the most important countries. So during their lockdown and all those, there was not enough movement of people, and therefore the factories were closed. So many
Hmm.
other countries which were dependent on their raw materials that they did not get and were stopped. So in
Hmm.
a way, China being the largest exporter uh, has already impacted upon them, all upon all those other countries as well, because their
Hmm.
industries were not running. And after this virus which went on spreading, then the impact
Hmm.
was again a bad one, because they had to spend on healthcare as well, and as well as they were not able to uh, uh, go on with their own industry. Like in Italy, if we say, then they are famous for their tourism industry. They are considered
Hmm.
one of those places where people go and visit. And
Hmm.
that time they had so much of the virus being spread that that industry faced a huge loss.
Hmm.
And all these really setback, a huge setback for economies for all people.
Hmm.
First, I would like to add, according to Shori, yes, it was the internet which made all these communications possible. All of
Hmm.
us were able to connect with each other only through this internet, because uh, due to pandemic and due to those restrictions, we were just unable to go outside. And
Hmm.
again, one of the industry which flourished well was the healthcare products, the hygiene products that were
Hmm.
marketed in a very good manner, because earlier these companies were one or two, but now if we go to some shop and say that we want
I'm on
sanitizers, then there
GD.
will be
Hmm.
many companies
रुक
which
जा.
should
Hmm.
come up and we will get many type of brands for them, which was not earlier. This hygiene product gave
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Somebody's microphone is unmuted. Apart from
So,
Shomili, somebody else's microphone is unmuted. Only Shomili's microphone should be on. Rest of you turn off your microphones. Only Shomili's microphone will be on. Rest of you mute your microphones back. Yeah, Shomili, continue.
yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So pharmaceutical companies and hygiene products manufacturing companies are getting benefited from this situation,
Hmm.
and that's what is the condition. And in conclusion, I would only want to say that it has caused severe damage to global economy, and nations are trying hard to rebuild their economies and to prevent further downfall. Like in our country,
Hmm.
our finance minister has taken several steps to
Hmm.
prevent further downfall, and hope the vaccine is developed soon, so that we don't further life, so we could prevent the collapse of economies. That's all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Oh, okay, good. Who's going to speak next? Is there anyone left from Group B who's going to speak? Is there anyone from Group B who has not spoken? Because some of them are in the meeting, but those who are there, like in the call, is there anyone who has not spoken on the topic? Okay, I will start with Group C now then. Okay, in Group C, who is present? The names I had already called out. Sarika is not
हाँ.
there. Who is present
Ma'am,
in Group
I'm
ma'am,
C?
I'm
Sakib.
present here.
Sarika, you have come back. Okay, okay. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
who will start? Who will start with Group C? The first
Ma'am,
person
can
who
I
will
start?
start. Yeah, start your name.
Okay, so I'm Sakib Jalal, final year
Okay,
ECE,
wait. You don't have a group. You tell me your roll number first.
57.
57. Okay. And your name is
Sakib Jalal,
SHAKIB or SAKIB?
SAQIB, SAQIB,
HUIB. Okay.
SAQIB, Sakib,
Okay.
JALLAL, Jalal.
JALLAL. Okay. Okay, Sakib. Yeah,
Okay,
start.
so good afternoon, everyone. I am Sakib, final year student of ECE department, Asansol Engineering College. Our topic of today's GD is work from home, its pros and cons. Now,
Hmm.
remote workers were not born overnight. When the internet was first created in the 1980s,
Hmm.
more people started to own personal computers, and even more were connecting their homes to the World Wide Web. Now, these two events that would later pave the way for the remote work to thrive. The reason why it is the most concerned topic today is because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Due to this, many companies allowed their employees to work from home. Some employees are happy with the work from home option, but some are not comfortable with it. There are pros and cons with work from home option for both employees and companies as well. Talking about the advantages of work from home for employees in particular is the travel time. Travel time to and from the office will be saved. Another advantage that I can think of is more time for family. They can spend more time with family. This is beneficial for many, especially for parents of young children. Now, another advantage that I can think of is women empowerment. Even in modern times, women are expected to take care of home and children. With this responsibility, several women are forced to leave their jobs. The rise of work from home culture is a boon for them. With this, more women can join in jobs again. Now, another advantage that I can think about work from home is the location will not be a barrier. Employees can get a job even if the office is located in another city. Now, coming down to the disadvantages, the major disadvantage for an employee that I can think of is the line between work and home will be blurred. In general, employees leave work tensions at offices and come home to relax, but this opportunity will be lost and it may cause anxiety. If work and personal life are not balanced well, work will extend to longer hours, and this can create work from home burnout. So, this is all from my side, and I am looking forward to hear my fellow team members. Thank you.
Very good, Sakib. You were not present in the last class, right?
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
miss out
I
on
was.
the classes. Okay, you are a good speaker,
Yeah.
and you need to. If you attend the class, the more you practice, your credibility of speaking will be sharper. Okay,
Yeah.
so try to attend the classes. Don't miss it out.
All right. Yeah, ma'am. I'll
Okay.
make sure that I'll
Yeah.
not miss any
Yeah.
classes from now on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Who's going to start? Like the next member of Group C?
Ma'am, I'll start, Sweksha.
Okay. Sweksha, start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is
Good
Sweksha
afternoon.
Nahar, a student of
Hmm.
Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Hmm.
So, like we know, everyone on Earth got hit rather hard by COVID-19 during the past year, and work from home became one of our biggest rescuers, be it in terms of the money we earn, or the time we save, or even being saved from the virus that is going around the globe. So one of the biggest advantages that work from home gave us was the safety and comfort of our very homes. So we don't have to step out and give a chance for the virus to maybe infect us, and thus in turn saving ourselves as well as our families and our loved ones. The second major advantage that it gave us was the flexibility of working hours. So we could decide whether we can work on the course of our homes, or we can work on about the things of our workplace. That was another advantage that we had. But also, it gave us two major challenges. One of them being, sorry, the challenge of lesser efficiency, or rather the productivity, because people had to take care of both their homes as well as their work at the same time. So the attention was divided into two very different sectors, which became a problem for a major part of the world. The second major disadvantage was the issue of weak and rather expensive internet connectivity, because compared to the first world countries, the internet in our country is still quite expensive and not very affordable for everyone. So that was another problem. Even if someone on the call right now was to have an internet issue right now, his or her presentation would be hampered. So that was another problem. So yes, work from home came with both pros and cons, like Shakib already said. But yes, we have to focus on the positive sides for now and try to overcome the negative sides. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Okay. Very good. Who's going to speak next? After Sweksha, who's going to speak next? Who's going to speak next? Who's going to speak from Group C after Sweksha and Sakib? Those who are present among them, who's going to speak now?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. I am Sanjukta Mitra, roll number 58.
Okay, wait, Shangjukta, you don't have a group? I will just add your name.
Yes, ma'am. Skype is hanging so much and technical issues. So
Yeah. I can understand. I am also having the same problem. Your roll number is 58, right,
yes,
Shangjukta?
58.
Okay. Just a moment. Shangjukta Mitro.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse
Yeah,
me, ma'am.
Shangjukta, start. You can start now.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, I'm
as the
Sumaya.
um, can I start?
Yeah, start.
As the way we live our lives has changed drastically over the past year, more and more people are being put into situation where they have to work from home. And the increase in Wi-Fi and cloud software system has contributed to make working from home. Many of advantages and disadvantages is uh, um, by the uh, coronavirus affected many of the work is doing in working from home. The
Hmm.
advantages of this is uh, like environmental friendly and
Hmm.
uh, many of us can spend our life with family, increase productivity and also motivate our skills.
Hmm.
Uh, r- or many of disadvantages also of working from home, like troubles of monitoring employee performance, less teamwork opportunities, increased telecommunication costs, and also this mm, broadband problems.
Hmm.
So all this my side of view.
Okay, tell me one thing, Shangjukta. Did you see anything and you just read it out?
No, no, no.
Okay, there is a lack of, pace in your speaking. What do I mean by that? I would tell you. When you are speaking, that energy level is missing. That is why it is sounding very monotonous. You remember when you were in like in your first year or in your second year, you were taught about speaking skills. That
Yes,
intonation, voice modulation, and intonation is very necessary when you are publicly speaking. Understood? Try to work on that. You have a lot of time, because see, the more during your, even when you are attending any meeting, when in your professional life, your voice modulation and intonation will be very a key element of your public presentation or speaking. Okay, so try to
okay.
work on that. If you have any problem, I'm always there to help you, but you have to practice it more and more. Clear?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Okay. Otherwise, it
Thank
was
you, ma'am.
fine. Content wise, it was okay. It was fine. But it seemed like you are seeing something and reading, and that energy level was zero. So work on that. Otherwise,
Okay.
it's very good. Okay. Who will speak next from Group C?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible properly?
Yeah. You're audible. You're audible. But right now, again, I couldn't. Your voice is now, right now, is not audible again. But it was audible. Who was that? Who was saying that? Was it Sumaya?
Yes, ma'am. She's
Yeah, Sumaya. I think
Technical problem.
she's having some
yes.
technical problem. She just now left the call. I think she will again rejoin. Somebody else start. Let Sumaya
Ma'am,
join
may I
back.
speak?
Yeah, you can start. Your name?
Ma'am, my name is Sarika.
Okay, Sarika, start.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am
Good
Sarika of ECE final year. Now, agreeing and appreciating what Sueksha, Sanjukta, and Sakib has just said, let me add some more points on the topic given to us.
afternoon.
The world is witnessing the impact of COVID 19 in all the facets of life. This has seriously affected the global economy as well. And when
Hmm.
the lockdown was called upon, it seemed like a total stop uh, for the working industries. But that was the time when a new culture of work from home came into the picture. Aptly
Hmm.
said, necessity is the mother of invention. The
Hmm.
working industry smoothly transitioned into work from home model and continued providing services to their clients without compromising with quality or productivity.
Hmm.
The work from home model has its own benefits. It has lowered the operating cost like cost of transportation, electricity, etc. And the result of this is reflected in reduction
Hmm.
of pollution level of the cities, which has made work from home an environmental friendly model.
Hmm.
The flexible nature of this model, as pointed out by Sweksha, lets
Hmm.
people spend more time with their families, attract new talent, or maybe pursue a hobby. This has increased the productivity of the employees and led to a better work life balance. But
Hmm.
the grass is always greener on the other side. People who
Hmm.
always dreamt of attending meetings in the comfort of their home are now finding the old culture more suitable. So, now talking about the cons. Due to work from
Hmm.
home, it's like you never leave work. There is no physical separation between work and leisure time. People
Hmm.
hailing from small towns or villages face problems due to lack of proper internet connectivity.
Hmm.
In work from home, you never switch off. Now, let me elucidate this with an example.
Hmm.
Suppose you left your phone in do not disturb mode, and in that particular period of time, a meeting was scheduled all of a sudden,
Hmm.
and hence you missed the meeting. So, to avoid such situation, you constantly need to keep checking your phone. This leads to another serious problem that is increasing the risk of health issues, maybe like
Hmm.
weakening of eyesight. And
Hmm.
the most important point is that human beings are social animals. Lockdown, this virtual world is not a natural way of living. This is
Hmm.
affecting the mental health of a large number of people. So, to sum up, I would say that adjusting to the new normal is difficult for everyone. But the
Hmm.
solution to continue the workflow in a safe manner is work from home until the conditions get better. That's all from my end. Thank you for listening me patiently.
Very good. Okay, who's going to speak next? Who's going to speak next after Sarika?
Ma'am, Sumaya is having some
Yeah,
technical
Sumaya.
issues.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
Sumaya.
I'm
Just now
here,
I
ma'am.
saw her. She was joining. She joined back in, and then again she got disconnected. Yeah, she's having some technical problem. I can see that.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I'll continue. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, everyone. I'm
Hmm.
Sueshna Basu. Uh, Hearing all the points from my fellow mates, I would like to continue that there's a saying, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. In this era of pandemic, dull doesn't refer to a guy working on his laptop in his chair, and I'll tell you the reason why. This
Hmm.
COVID has affected our lives in various ways, and that includes the ability to go to work. What earlier was frowned upon is now considered the new normal. Working from home has enabled us to take up internships at places that are far removed from the geographical areas that it has also enabled them to work on their own time. It has also removed the trouble of getting stuck in traffic jams, and also the constraints from working from home depend on the type of work that the people does. For a professional who is a programmer like us, the only tool he or she may require is his laptop. But for a person working in a construction process, work from home is not possible. The
Hmm.
constant struggle of having to cope up with not only physically interacting with people that are having the slow internet speeds in some locations can affect the person mentally also. Emotions is regarded as one of the needs in the Maslow's pyramid of hierarchy.
Hmm.
Work from home has also been seen that the absence of physical interaction can also lose one's morale, the motivation, and also ability to constantly perform well in their work. On the other
Hmm.
hand, it also enables us to stay close with the loved ones. And for some professions where people are living away from the people, from the family, work from home has been become a boon for them. In conclusion, to me, Work from home has its own set of advantages and disadvantages, and it actually boils down to the one's profession. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, good. Who's going to speak next after Shuheshna? Who's going to speak next after Shuheshna?
Hello,
मैम
ma'am.
तौफिकुर रहमान.
Hello, there
Hello,
are two voices I can hear, one girl, one boy. Who wants
Hello
to
मैम
speak first?
ma'am.
Ma'am,
तौफिकुर
Zeba will
रहमान.
speak, ma'am.
Firdaus.
Zeba will speak
Okay,
now, ma'am.
let Zeba speak. Let Zeba speak.
Okay,
Then Tofikur, your name is not there. I will
okay,
add your name. Okay,
okay,
you
okay.
tell me the roll number and your name. After Zeba, you speak.
Okay, ma'am. Roll
Ma'am,
number
this is
16.
Firdaus.
Roll number
Ma'am,
16.
my name is also not there.
Roll
Just a
number
moment.
6.
Roll number 16.
हाँ,
Tofik.
तौफिकुर रहमान. TAUFIK.
Hello.
Wait. TAUFIK.
K UR
Hmm.
space RAHAMAN.
RAHMN. Okay. Okay, yeah. Zeba, you can start.
Then, ma'am, this is Firdaus Rubinas. Ma'am, my name is also not there because in last class I was unable to attend the whole class.
Okay, Firdaus Rubina, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your roll number?
L5.
L5. Okay.
Yes.
I've taken down the name. Yes, you start now. Zeba, you start.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, so much this side. Ma'am, I just want to say that we have made this topic in a synchronized manner. So, ma'am, if you let us, then please don't include those guys in our part, ma'am, if you can. Because,
No,
ma'am, because
no,
we
no.
have made this.
I can understand you people have made it like synchronized it like based on a group. I'm going to individually mark them first. Everybody, they also have the topic remains the same one. Okay, they are
Yeah.
just supposed to speak on the topic. Today I'm going to do an individual marking after the total performance. Then I will do a group marking. First, I will do an individual marking. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay, because they will have to speak on the same topic, but it would be an individual method. Individually, they will speak.
Ma'am, for a long time I've been trying to connect back, but ma'am, my mic is not audible. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Your name?
Ma'am, Subham Chakraborty. Ma'am, I am in group C, but I will come after Zeba actually.
Okay. Let Zeba speak first because she's been waiting, and
Okay,
after
ma'am.
that you speak. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, may I? Okay.
Yeah,
Good
start.
morning. A very good afternoon, ma'am, and a very good afternoon to everyone.
Good
And
afternoon.
thank you to Sarika, Shakib, Sanjukta, and Shiksha for lightening us with some of the points and from the topic. So I will add up by saying that yes, we can call work from home a new normal to which are adopted by every company, and will and with this we'll have to just go with the flow and do whatever is required for the smooth functioning of this particular work from home.
Hmm.
So yes, it has. Like every other thing, it has some pros and cons too, which comes with that. And I can say that pros are there, like as everyone has said before. Pros is we are allowed to sit back to our home, and
Hmm.
yes, do enjoy with our families at the same time working for the
Hmm.
company too, which will help the employees to get in a better mood and a better mood and a better mind, so that he or she can work efficiently, give its best,
Hmm.
give their best to this.
Hmm.
And yes, it and the cons will be that they will just and they will be frustrated too at the times, because they'll have to manage both the things, like they will
Hmm.
have to look to their families too, and their workloads will be increased, and the company would think that they are sitting at home,
Hmm.
so they should be given some more work, so that because they are sitting at home, they don't have to travel anywhere, or
Hmm.
be stuck in the traffics. They don't have to do that. So company would think that they are sitting at home, so we can give them some more work to do. So they will add up things to them. So which in turn will result that they will get frustrated as they will get more workloads. And the second would be second pros which I myself will understand is like a person who is lazy like me would be happy working from home, as one doesn't have to wake up early to catch trains, buses, to reach their offices. They just need to wake up early wake up before 5 minutes or 10 minutes from the meeting, and they just have to get ready themselves within 2 minutes. They can do that, and they can just go they can just go and attend the meetings. So this would be a good thing for an employee, as one can get 5 minutes extra sleep. They can get through this. And again, the cons would be they'll have to stick to the laptops and phones, as there will be various meetings will be held. So they just have to they just have to stick on some place which would be not visible every time, because as they are living in their home. And pros will be they would not be they would not get complete guidance from their seniors, as they would have got when they were physically present with them. So yes, it's a very good thing which an industry have adopted. But at the same time, if we will just if we will just adjust both the things in a perfect manner, then it would be great to go with that. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, very good. First of all, let me tell you, since you people, your CR informed me that you people have a class from 3, like 3 p.m. you people have some class or something, right? So I will have to end the assessment here, but there are few more students which are left. Okay, next week in my next class, first I will finish off with this assessment. Next class, the method will be those who are left today for the assessment, they will first give their assessment. I will mark them, and then I will start with the theory portion, because I will give you notes and I will explain you the techniques and all those things. Then I will again get back to some topic. I will discuss one topic, and again we will continue this, because this is the first assessment which I have taken. Again, next week, when there would be next Monday, I would conduct another assessment. And first, this week I'm not giving you any specific assessment preparation, because next week I will finish off with the remaining students, and then I will do theory, and I will give you another topic to prepare. For that preparation, I might ask you to do a video recording. Okay, so that I will decide. I have not decided yet. So right now I'm disconnecting the call with you people, since you have a class. Okay, next week we will meet again. Is it fine? Is it fine with the people? Or because since otherwise I could take the assessment, I have no problem, but you people have a class at 3. I can take the assessment for few students who are left in group C.
Ma'am, those who are not allotted in the group, please allotted.
No, that you have been allotted. Tawfiqur, Firdaus, they have been allotted a group, but the total group performance.
Ma'am,
Excuse me,
if you
ma'am.
can,
This
then
is Saeed
please come.
Rehan Afzal from final year.
Huh?
Ma'am, if you can, ma'am,
Hello.
then please complete the today's group C's meeting, if you can.
I have no problem. I can complete it. I am ready,
Yes.
but you people have a class, no? Then do it fast. Do it.
Yes,
Try
ma'am.
to finish it. Only 5 minutes are left. Do it fast then. I am here only. I have no problem.
Yes, ma'am.
I have another class at 4. Right now I am free.
Okay, ma'am. Then, ma'am, may I speak, ma'am?
Yeah, your name?
Ma'am, my name is Somojit Banerjee.
Shomojit. Yes, speak.
Uh, First of all, good afternoon, everyone. Somojit Banerjee from ECE, Asansol
Good
Engineering.
afternoon.
Uh, First of all, my fellow mates have described this topic very distinctly, and I would thank them. Second, that I would like to add some points to their points is that I found some disadvantages and advantages both during thinking about this topic, researching through the topic. First disadvantage that I may find is that as working from home, you may forget to clock out. Like while people might think working from home means doing less, the opposite might be true for different for delicate employees. When you don't have separation of going to and from the office, your workday kind of blurs together into your home life. So there might be some problem. And second is that you can feel out of the loop, means you might realize it until you are not there, but there is a lot of casual collaboration that happens in an office. Says for example, it's picking up on the best practices of your colleagues or having an brainstorming session over lunch. It's hard to replicate that from home. The con that I find is that you might not have full access to technology platforms, right? For the most part, our technology has made it easier than ever for remote workers to work from anywhere. However, notes that there are some situations in which data security or consumer protection concerns might prevent telecommuters from having full access. uh, Another thing that I find is co-workers might accuse of you of slacking. Like when you from home and can't get to a call or email right away, your co-workers may not give you as much leeway as they might if you were in the office, right? People might wonder if you're taking it easy rather than pulling a weight. So these are the disadvantage and advantage that I find is that you will be truly independent. It's much than just the benefit of getting to work in your pajamas. Working from home means you learn to rely on self motivation, self discipline, focus, and concentration. And second thing is you can get more work done as long as you're not sneaking off binge Netflix. You can actually be productive when working from home. And third advantage that I find is you will become a communications expert, right? When having a quick meeting in the break room isn't possible, you have to get up to speed on what communication tools are available. From like for example, from texting, skyping, emailing, web meetings, out of necessity, you will become very heavy in all of those. So these are some points, and before ending my part, I would just like to add something that life is not always about black and white. It's a million shades of gray. It's not about being right or wrong, but perception, right? It's not about truth or false, but circumstances. It's not about pass or fail, but luck, and it's not yes or no, but subjective. It's all gray. So you cannot classify it in just one category that working from home is a completely like it's completely boon, or like you cannot classify it in one particular. For everything you will get an advantage and disadvantage. So
There
then
is
I would
always an advantage and disadvantage in both the cases.
yes. So I would like to pass this thing to Suvankar, and he might share some points on this thing. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good, very good. Now, Shubhankar Karmakar, right?
Yes, ma'am. Good
Sure.
afternoon, ma'am, and everyone
Good
present.
afternoon.
My fellow team members already explained a lot of points in detail, but I want to highlight some more, and I want to explain some bits. Like for the pros, there are a lot of papers saved and ink saved because the office work is already means on the PDF forms and PPT forms. Like they are not getting printed at all these days. And for means the traffic jams means in the big cities, like where they means in the big cities where we have the major IT companies, they faced a lot of traffic jams while means going to their work, and now they will not be facing them at all. Means they can be at home and do their work. But there are some means disadvantages, a lot of disadvantages to that. Is staying at home, everyone said means explained a lot.
something I want to point out is being monotonous with life, feeling that there is nothing to do except for work, means we have to
Hmm.
get up every day and just do the same, repeat the same. There is no other activity that we can do if the workload becomes much more, and
Hmm.
the thin line between work and home gets vanished. But
Hmm.
apart from all these, there are other things like the work from home actually is for the workers, but this term is getting attached to other people's, like those who gave means those who gave houses at the other cities to live, means they rented their houses for the workers at the IT companies like that, and now they have all shift back to their home, and that's why those
Hmm.
rents are not means they are not getting rents like that, means the houses are not being utilized like that. And also apart from all these, the other side of this work from home is uh, to some people this work from home is not applicable at all, like we cannot just attach this term to them, like the migrant workers and
Hmm.
everyone in manufacturing industries, the business people, like those who are in business, they can, means the work from home is simply not for them. But
Hmm.
still everyone is struggling to incorporate services like for holding meetings and that, but the manufacturing sector is just not for, means the work from home is not for the
Hmm.
manufacturing sector at all. That is it, ma'am.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Shubhankar, good. Who's going to speak next from this group?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good
Good
afternoon, ma'am.
afternoon.
Spondita, ma'am.
Hello.
Spondita will speak, ma'am.
Okay, Spondita, start.
Actually, I haven't spoken, but
Hmm?
Ma'am, my name
What
is
happened?
Spondita Ghosh from ECE final year.
Hmm.
Uh, Work from home is the new style of present working industry, and it has some good side and bad sides also, which my team members had presented very nicely, and I'm totally agreed with that. In continuation
Hmm.
with that, I want to add some good sides and some bad sides. So
Hmm.
for the pros, I want to add that working from home can provide autonomy and independence in our job that might be
Hmm.
absent in a physical workplace.
Hmm.
Additionally, these types of roles require
Hmm.
self-discipline and motivation enough to manage time responsibility and complete job tasks.
Hmm.
Other than that, telecommuting often requires using technical applications such as online meetings, communication, and team collaboration
Hmm.
platforms. We are able to develop technical skills that we may not typically use in a physical workplace.
Hmm.
Uh, and for the third point, I want to state that depending on the industry we work in and where we live, we may be eligible for various grants or telecommuting incentives. Some
Hmm.
states have remote worker incentive programs that offer
Hmm.
monetary allowances in order
Hmm.
to motivate workers to relocate to those areas. Consider
Hmm.
available grants for remote workers to help us pay for our home office setup.
Hmm.
And for con side, there are also some points I want to add that uh,
Hmm.
we can become quite isolated working from home if we spend
Hmm.
the majority of our time by ourselves, working
Hmm.
independently. The key to avoiding loneliness and isolation as a remote worker is to schedule outings and events with friends and family. Some remote
Hmm.
workplaces offer regular team events to encourage
Hmm.
socialization.
Hmm.
Other than with isolation and workplace disconnect comes less face time. Working
Hmm.
remotely, you won't have the same opportunities to speak face to face with our co-workers and the community unless we get out and about. We can also
Hmm.
integrate more face-to-face interactions with online conference platforms to engage with co-workers. That's all from my side, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, good. Anybody else
good afternoon,
from
ma'am.
group 3? Good afternoon. Name?
This
I'm
is Shubham
Sumaya
Chakraborty, ma'am.
Afreen.
Arre.
Shubham Chakraborty.
Okay, Shubham, continue.
Okay, Shubham, continue.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Hmm.
Good afternoon to everyone here in
Good
present here.
afternoon.
First of all, I would like to thank to my group members for sharing their valuable viewpoints.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
The work from home has some advantages and disadvantages. First, let's talk about the cons. Uh, in cons, first we would face in some many people may face the difficulty in sticking to a particular routine. That is, in office we in an office we work according to a prefix schedule, but in home it is not possible. uh, in case if we while we are working from home, we can take some power naps. That is we can take rest for 10 to 15 minutes and then get refreshed to work. But if that power nap extends to 45 minutes, then it's a waste of time. uh, in office we can get access to various equipments, like most of the companies spend millions spend invest a lot of money to just buy some ergonomic chairs or some standing discs. But I definitely don't think that anyone would invest money for buying those things while working from home. Even many people work in while sleeping in bed, which is also a dangerous thing, because they should realize that after in future this may cause severe back pain. And then there are certain advantages and while working from home, that we can spend more time with our family members, which is not possible while we are working from office. And as we don't have to means then it also saves a lot of time and money, because we don't have to rent a car to travel to the office, and that's it saves a lot of time. That's all from my side.
Ma'am, I am Taufikur Rahman. Can I?
Yes, Tawfiq, you can.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I am Taufikur Rahman from final year ECE. So today, today my topic is on pros and cons of work from home. Working from home may sound like an ideal situation. In reality, though, just like working in an office, remote work comes with pros and cons. To explore both the benefits of working from home as well as the drawbacks, so I like to my point. I'm so the pros are there are several benefits to consider: more independence, and it provides a work-life balance also. And also there are, I like to add some point like increased productivity and also more work flexibility. And the cons are also I like to add risk of overworking and distractions at home also, and also risk of productivity in working from home, and also increased isolation in there are. So that these are the disadvantages of working from home. So that's all from my side. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, lastly, Sumaya will speak.
Okay. Yeah, Sumaya. After Tawfiq, last Sumaya. Sumaya, is she online? Like, could she connect? Was she able to connect?
And she's online, but I don't know if she can speak. Her mic is on, but
Just Sumaya, can you hear us? Sumaya?
yes, ma'am, she can hear, but
Yeah,
I
she can hear,
guess
but Sumaya, we cannot hear you. Please adjust your micro. Yeah, you are speaking. We also know, but none of us can hear you, Sumaya. I think there's some problem with your microphone. What you do is, Sumaya, what you do is if you are using a like headphone or something, unplug that and speak. Use the speaker of Skype to speak. Somebody please write her personally. If she is using this headphone or any headset, if that is giving a trouble, I don't understand what is the trouble. She can use this speaker format of Skype so that we can at least hear her. We cannot hear her actually. No, no, not a problem. You need not be sorry. That is not your fault. It's a technical problem. It is not your problem. I think there is some problem with your connection then in that case. Okay, Sumaya, what you do is, listen to me carefully, Sumaya. What you do is, you do a audio recording. Okay, you do a audio recording of your portion of the speech. Since you are having a specific problem with your thing, after I disconnect the call, do an audio recording and send it to me personally on my WhatsApp number. I will mark you based on your audio which I will hear. I will mark you on that basis. Understood? Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. We will meet the next week. And next week
Excuse
I
me,
will
ma'am.
first. Okay,
Excuse me,
thank
ma'am.
you. Yes,
Ma'am,
tell me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, tell me.
ma'am, I haven't speak yet.
Your name?
Yes, ma'am. Me for
Ma'am, Firdaus to be. Ma'am, I have
Firdaus
tried
and
to speak, but yes, ma'am. So, ma'am,
who is
in
the
next week, can I start?
Yes, next week then both of you, because since it's already time, next week you
Yes,
both
ma'am.
Firdaus is there and one more girl I heard. Who is the
ma'am,
other girl?
ma'am Shriparna Ghosh.
Okay, Shripan and Firdaus. Next week what you do is remind me, okay? I might forget. Both
Yes,
of you remind me that your assessment is like to be taken. Along with your assessment, there are some students who went out for that meeting. Okay,
Yes.
Snehil Srivastav is not there. There are few absentees. All of their tests I will take together. Next week, what I will do is, next week first I will do the theory portion a bit, and after I do the theory portion, after that I will take your assessment test and I will give you another separate set of topics. This time the topic might be a bit difficult, okay, which is based on your managerial abilities. This topic was a random topic based on current event. Next week I would give you a topic which is relevant to your professional field, okay. And Sumaya, meanwhile you send it to me, because your marking is to be done. I will mark you. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a nice day. All of you have a nice day.
Thank you.